Anog, the President of the Alliance of Nigerian Organizations in Georgia, to give his welcome speech. Mr. Anog, please.
His Excellency, Professor Anog, the Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in America, Honorable Julian Capo, the outgoing Consul General, members of the ICO, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to welcome you all to this gathering this evening to bid farewell to our outgoing Consul General, Honorable Julian Capo. Please give me a round of applause. Those of you who are old school like me will remember the works of Shakespeare, and one of them is Julius Caesar. A character in Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, he said he has a popular saying that the evil men do live after them, but the good is interred with them. Remember? But today we've come to actually rewrite Shakespeare. We have come to prove that the good that men do actually do live after them. And in this case, the legacy that the Honorable Julian Capo has left in Atlanta has brought all of us here today to bid him a rousing farewell. He has been here actually for 4 years, but most of us who are familiar with him, it looks like 4 days ago, isn't it? Actually, when a lot of my friends, I tell them the CG is leaving, they go like, it just came a few days ago. I mean, it just came not too long ago. But 4 years has passed. And that is what happens when the days are actually fulfilled, when there is impact in the tenure of office of the Consul General. We recall the great work he has done. He has put self below service. He has put service above self. He has brought government to the grassroots in our community. We have a lot of community, we invite the CG to come there. It does not give the characteristic aloof mentality of civil servants. He actually attends many of the events. Also, he does see at many of the events, he relates with everybody on a very good note. One thing I've learned from the CG is the humility in his strength, and his strength in his humility. I don't think any one of us has seen the CG ever yell or raise his voice against anyone. I've seen cases where he has been provoked, and I would have reacted even more sharply, but characteristically, he will take the easy approach. A particular time, the city will remember this, when we had a parade that's in Atlanta, and the lady walked up to him and said, CG, why are you dressed in a casual wear? Everybody's supposed to dress here gorgeously, impressively, stupendously, overwhelmingly. And the CG said, well, this is how they said I should dress. That I don't have to overdress. And I was very impressed with the way he reacted. A lot of times I talk to the CG and he calls me and he goes, Mr. President, how are you? How is the family? Many times that's all I want to hear. The rest of the story I don't want to, but I like that softness in his approach. And it's only once I've actually experienced the CG be very forceful with me. And that was actually about a week ago, and he's going to remember this too. And I called him and I said, Mr. CG, I heard we're going to be leaving very soon and we're planning to have a send-off party for you. And that day made me look like I goofed. And he said, Mr. President, how are you? Why should you believe rumors? When I'm ready to go, I will tell you. Now, get off my phone and stop disturbing me. Well, he didn't put it that way. But I have the last laugh because he said, Mr. President, I have the official information now. I'm going to be leaving. That's why we're here today to bid him farewell. I also want to commend the CG for, while during his tenure, he actually brought limelight to the office of the Consul General. A lot of time before he came to the office, we did not even know there was a Solicitor General office in Atlanta. And one or two people actually had to describe the CG office to them because they had no idea where it was. And during his tenure, we have the e-passport machine commissioned, and now anybody can apply for the e-passports without waiting for a long period of time. During his tenure of office, he has been able to bring the ambassador of Nigeria to Atlanta 3 times in 1 year. And during his tenure in his office, as far as I can recall, the Nigerian community in Atlanta has experienced the best moments of unity, the best period of togetherness, and the best era of collaboration across tribal, religious, language, or geographical boundaries. I don't want to end this welcome address without giving special thanks to the ambassador from Washington, D.C. for being here with us today. Actually, he's another government officer who has added color, glamour, and human nature to the office of the ambassador. I actually owe him an apology because I didn't tell him about this event until a few days ago. That was on Monday. And I thought he would not be here. But yesterday, actually last night, I got confirmation from him that yes, I will be here. I will not miss this event for anything. And this is further testimony to the heights that the Nigerian community is actually put on the opportunity of CAFO. And we are glad that our ambassador is with us. I'm supposed to welcome you. Before I leave the podium, let me build on 2 theories of His Excellency, the Ambassador to the United States. He has been a professor for several years at the University of Lagos, and he comes from very academic, very strong intelligentsia background. The first time he came here for the town hall meeting, he provided a theory that many of us were not aware of. He said, God is a Nigerian. And he explained why God is a Nigerian. This actually I remember very well. When we had the Nigerian months ago, the ambassador graciously accepted our invitation and he came here. And he gave us another theory again. That at this defining moment of Nigeria, at this point Nigeria turned 50, at this point of inflection in the history of Nigeria, Nigeria has a president called Jonathan, married to a wife called Patience. And he said, why should we not prosper? And let me add my theory to this evening. My wife's name is Faye. The president of the Consulate of Georgia, her name is Hope. My treasurer, her name is Ego. Why should we not prosper? On the final note, I'm challenging every one of us here today to make the best of our state, to make the best of our skills, of all the endowments, to make the best of our talents, to build on the strong foundation a lot of us have laid for the future generation of Nigerians, to be the best Nigerians we can be, and to be the best we can be as persons.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you for your presidential address. Also looking